Sell when to run like hell.
For a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Get the truth, get the knowledge, and understand how the market really works.
When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day it goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners and shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
What are you, nuts? Coffee's up 92%. Lumber's up 67%. Heating oil, what, 60%? Gasoline, 55%? I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, just listen to Phil Grandy.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. There's many reasons to listen to a radio show, but I think to listen to my show, you get the truth, you get clarity, and you get great information.
No matter what level of investor you are, Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success.
You know what? Most of all, it's fun. philsgang.com. Clarity, good information, and fun.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
I've signed up, and I've learned an incredible amount from Phil and Steve. The staff at Phil's Gang gives platinum-level service and stock recommendations. You know, it's as simple as that. At the end of a month or so, I've always been in the black. Phil's Gang is a class act. I'm happy to be a member.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners or shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
The good news is actually we have some momentum in the economy right now.
It's unbelievable. Yeah, we got momentum in the economy, all right. Are you kidding me? The market from January to October has dropped about 28%. I put the NASDAQ in, let's round it off, 30%. And it's only gone up. It's only gone up about 12%. And then we lost 5% that in the last 5 days. And today, Nike beats estimates, right? And so Nike, which we own, and we've owned that from $90, is shot up to $116 from $102. Well, people are excited and they're solid. This is it. This is it. The bottom's in again. This is it. How many times have we been through this? Every time they find a way to manufacture or to financially engineer this market, they do. They're forcing a short covering rally. When Nike came out with their numbers and it was $102, it opened this morning $116. How's it open up to $116? If it closed at 102, just because they got some good numbers? Wall Street, the market makers, push that price up to scare everybody who's short to buy their positions back. So if you've been shorting Nike, and let's say you've been shorting Nike since, let's go back to $169. And you've been doing really well. And now all of a sudden you start seeing the market, Nike gaps up this morning. What are you going to do? The market maker is going to gap it up enough to scare you out of your short. That's why the market closed at 102, opened up at 116 or whatever it was this morning to scare you out, to cover your short position. Then they can turn around and say some crap like that. Are you kidding me? And so I told my members this morning, okay, look, let's take profits into Nike. Because I said we bought Nike around $90. Now's the time not to buy it. but to take profits in it because of this rally. It's a short covering rally, just like the so-called Christmas rally. People don't know the difference between a Christmas rally and a short covering rally. And don't cross them up. Don't make a mistake and think, hey, boy, this is it. Christmas rally's going. No, it's a short covering rally. Because see, what happens is 5 days before Christmas, they start the Christmas rally. Why do you think they do that? Why do you think they call it a Christmas rally? Because they give Wall Street a Christmas present. The stock market, what moves stocks up and down is money, big money, especially hedge fund money. But that big money, whether you are involved with a hedge fund or you're trading your own money, big guys on Wall Street, they leave. They're not around this week. They're gone. So there's nobody to sell the market short. The big players who short the market, who make tons of money betting the market's going to go down, they're gone. They're at Aspen or wherever they're gone. They're at the Sun Valley. They take off for a couple of weeks during the Christmas holiday. So this was ideal. This was ideal to take Nike, find out that news this morning on the opening, and then the market maker who sets the price every morning. Why didn't he set the price if let's say it closed last night, just give you a number, say at 102. Why didn't he set the price at 104 or 105 or 107? No, he decided to set the price this morning on the opening 116. Why? Why would he do that? Because, again, to scare everybody out that's shorting. Because they know, okay, again, that it's the easiest thing to do when there's no volume around, when there's no big players around. So if you take the S&P, the same thing. If you look at the rally on the S&P this morning, remember, the S&P, it's funny how people forget. It's like a toothache. The S&P had what we call a breakout point failure on December 1. Now, that's a big deal. That means it went up through resistance. It got through that resistance, but it couldn't hold, and it dropped all the way back down. Now, remember, that was on December 1. They tried it again on December 13 to try to hold it above that, what we call 200-day moving average. Think of it as a big support, like a support I-beam. You're getting on top of that I-beam, right? You're for support. It failed again. So for this rally to be a Christmas rally, are you nuts? It's got to prove itself. The S&P has to get back above, at least above 411, at least 411. That was the high we had on December 13th, about 410.49. So let's say 411. But see, people have no experience. They don't know that. So Wall Street's going to turn around, and the fake business news network, like what you just heard, they're going to sell you that crap, and people are going to think, oh, look at this, market's up 500 points. Didn't you do, buying the dip. Didn't you do that on the 1,200-point rally? What happened to the 1,200-point rally? Gave it all back. Didn't you do it on a 1,000-point rally? What happened? Gave it all back. Remember the last 1,000-point rally we had? Gave it all back. And within about 3 hours, these rallies can't hold. They can't sustain themselves because not enough big buyers who can. When I talk about big buyers, I'm talking institutional money. They're not going to come in and buy these stocks because the market's in a huge, severe downtrend. Huge. And this market is in real. The banks are in trouble. And never mind the banks. Think about the debt this country has, putting tremendous pressure on this country, putting pressure on wages, putting pressure on productivity that these guys aren't going to talk about. Instead, she's going to come out and shoot her mouth off, saying something that's just stupid. Boy, there's momentum in the economy.
The good news is, actually, we have some momentum in the economy right now.
Unbelievable. Listen to this.
What we are seeing here is action is being taken against inflation with commitment, and not brutal at that. It's just adequate so far.
Oh, my God, give me a break. That's why they don't want you. This is why they don't want you to know anything about the bond market. Nothing. They want to make sure when it comes to the bond market, you have no clue about it or what it does or how it affects your stock. Or let's say this, how important your decision making is to buy a stock or sell a stock, the bond market. That should influence your decision. But they don't want to tell you that. For example, If you have the market, if you have the bond market going down, selling off, then you know interest rates are going to go up. You're going to buy the stocks that favor high interest rates, like banks or industrials, like UPS, even oil. But that's also a problem because the important yields that tell you which way the market is going, which way interest rates are going. When 2008 occurred, and we had price discovery, that meant you and I would bid against each other, and then we would finally accept the price of the stock. Well, they took that away from us. They replaced it with QE. They replaced it with printing money and going out and purchasing bonds, purchasing treasury, get that interest rate down to zero so they could take this market and run at 1,200%, which was the biggest bubble in history. Biggest bubble in history. That's another thing people don't understand. We're in the biggest bubble ever. Biggest bubble ever. People don't get that either. They don't understand that. Remember, our Federal Reserve, their job is to create bubbles. They're bubble makers. But they're not going to ever tell you the truth. They're never going to tell you the truth. Just like they're not going to tell you the truth why we have taxes. We'll talk about that when we get back. And much more.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. You can be a successful investor in the stock market by knowing what the market is going to do.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. God, you go nuts listening to these shows on TV, Kramer, any of them. I mean, they're giving you total garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. One day they tell you, buy this stock. Next day, don't buy the stock. Then you have two people on the show. One guy saying buy it, the other guy says don't buy it. So the question is, what the hell do you do? Well, we don't have questions here at Phil's Gang. And they never have to ask the question, what do you think the market's going to do? My members always know what the market's going to do because they've learned how to follow the money. That's right, follow the money. You don't follow fundamentals. You follow the money. And what is that? That's volume. That's the buyers and the sellers. And the other thing, you got to learn how to sell a stock as well as buy a stock.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Go to my podcast, YouTube, and Rumble every day. That's philsgang.com.
If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, listen to this.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I get so tired of listening to the same garbage every day, listening to the fake business news network telling you why you should buy this stock, why you should buy, and they're always wrong. Join my gang, philsgang.com, free for 10 days. You're going to learn when to buy a stock and when not to buy a stock. Hey, years ago, it was different. You could buy a stock based on fundamentals. You could buy a stock based on earnings. You could buy a stock based on PE ratios. Those days are gone. That ended with QE. That ended when they financially engineered the market in 2008. Gone. Now you got to follow the money. And we have the knowledge because we have the chart. Pro 2 color-coded chart tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell.
For a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Get the truth, get the knowledge, and understand how the market really works. You're not alone. 80% of those in the stock market, just like you, lose money. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Why do they lose? Because they don't know how to short stocks in down market. That will change once you use my patent Pro 2 color-coded chart. It works. The technology works. And it not only gives you an edge on the upside, but Pro 2 will put a smile on your face on the downside. That's right. Check it out. Free 10-day trial at philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. You know, over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. You know, I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records, and Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Merry Christmas from Phil Grandy and everyone at Phil's Gang. This Christmas, give yourself the gift of knowledge. Join Phil's Gang and navigate the market with confidence. Here's Phil Grandy.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. You know, the problem with why 80% of people in the market lose money because they don't understand how the market works. A moment ago, I was just explaining to you, they make sure you don't understand the importance of the bond market and how it relates to the stocks you're investing in. It should be very much part of your thinking process. If you're going to buy a stock, you got to look at the bond market. But they don't want you to do that. Because if you understood the bond market and you were going to go and buy, let's say, Apple, and you think, okay, I'm going to buy Apple today, right? But all of a sudden, if you understood the bond market and the relationship between the bond market and interest rates with Apple, you wouldn't. But see, they're telling you buying a dip, right? So you know that the bond market, if it's weak, there's interest rates, what we call yields, go up. And you don't want to buy tech stocks with interest rates going up. You don't want to buy Apple, Microsoft, none of those tech stocks. But when they tell you to buy in a dip, they know that. And they'll tell you to buy in a dip when yields are going up. Because, see, their job is not you. You're not important to them. That's not the job. That's not the fiduciary relationship that your brokers, your planners, all the people that take care of your money. That's not their job. Their fiduciary goes one way.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
And who are the shareholders? The big institutions, the insurance companies, the hedge funds. Another thing people don't want you to know, and why 80% of you lose money in the market, because you don't know what you're doing. Because they don't educate you. They always say, buy the dip, buy the dip. And then you hear this idiot today come out and tell you the same thing, right? Oh, we just found some momentum somewhere. Where, in the cellar? You idiot. So, think about this. We have the Federal Reserve. The worst thing that's ever happened to investors, the Federal Reserve. But not the guys on the inside. It's a beautiful thing. But we've been sold that the Federal Reserve are looking out for us. The working class, the middle class. The Federal Reserve is going to make sure we have maximum employment. They're mandated to do that. Maximum employment. Make sure our prices are stable. And we have our long-term interest rates are always moderate. Huh. How's that working out for you? Think they're doing their job? That's what they said they're supposed to do. Have you gone to the bank lately? Find out that interest rates have doubled? I thought their job was to make sure they moderate long-term interest rates, yields. Bunch of crap. Now, here's the one I love. The banking committees. They tell you the most powerful committee in Washington, the biggest gangsters, sit on the most powerful Senate and House banking committees. One of the most powerful people in Washington is a dope. We ever cut Waters? Unbelievable. This woman is dumber than a bag of rocks, but she's the biggest crook, her and her husband. They made a fortune. While she's sitting on the banking committee, they'd go around and pick up all these banks. They're ready to go under. And then she would turn around and make sure she would fund her husband. And he'd go buy the banks, they build it up, and they sell it. They made a fortune. And if you ever listen to her, she's so dumb. But she's on the most important committee. So let's talk about this committee. What's their responsibility? Well, they're responsible for keeping the economy, our nation, on a sound footing. Here we go again. For the working and middle class. Just like the Federal Reserve. And their job is to monitor the country's assets. Yeah. And to make sure our most important country's budget deficits, which is linked directly to inflation, are under control. What are they talking about when we spent, 2021, $2 trillion more than we took in? I guess they weren't doing their job. You know what their real jobs are? It's all a bunch of crap. Their jobs are create bubbles. The Federal Reserve and the Senate banking committees, their job is to create bubbles because that's how they make money. That's how the boys on the inside make money. And who controls them? The guys on Wall Street. The very, very wealthy, the 1/100th of 1%. Of over 300 million people in this country, there's only 500,000 of them. And about 50 of them control Wall Street. 50 of them fund all the senators and all the House of Representatives. So they control the Federal Reserve. They control the banking committee. And they create bubbles. That's how they make money. Think about the bubble between 2000 and 2003, I think it was. The dot-com. Remember the dot-com? That was a bubble. They created that bubble. They made a fortune. But the problem with bubbles, it's like the moon. You have a dark side. You have a dark side. And what happened to that bubble? It collapsed. And people lost about $8 trillion between home equity and stock market equity. But wait a minute. Not the guys on Wall Street. They made a fortune on the backside of the moon where it's dark because they know how to short. You think they're going to let you in on that secret? Then they created another bubble that started around 2004. The housing bubble, 2004 to around 2006. Then it was time to break that bubble. They made a fortune on the way up. Now they're going to make another fortune, pop that bubble, let that go right down, and we'll short it. So the Federal Reserve, who's supposed to be protecting you, the Senate Banking Committee, the most powerful committee in Washington, is supposed to be protecting you. But no, they're working with Wall Street. They're working with the very, very wealthy, the 1/100th of 1 percentile. The richest people in America who control the money that put senators in office, House of Representatives in office, putting the president in office, and they control the Senate Banking Committee, they control the Federal Reserve, and they are bubble makers. Now we have the biggest bubble in history, massive. This bubble has been in creation since 2008 for 13 years. And now it's starting to pop. And when this market finishes its crash, we're going to go right through that October low, that October 13 low. This market's not going to make a new high. Christmas rally? My arse. Christmas rally? Are you kidding me? A Christmas rally? Give me a break. It's just, you can make so much money in this market if you just would join my gang and understand how the market works.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. You can be a successful investor in the stock market by knowing what the market is going to do.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. God, you go nuts listening to these shows on TV, Kramer Any of them. I mean, they're giving you total garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. One day they tell you, buy this stock. Next day, don't buy the stock. Then you have two people on their show, one guy saying buy it, the other guy says don't buy it. So the question is, what the hell do you do? Well, we don't have questions here at Phil's Gang. And they never have to ask the question, what do you think the market's going to do? My members always know what the market's going to do because they've learned how to follow the money. That's right. Follow the money. You don't follow fundamentals. You follow the money. And what is that? That's volume. That's the buyers and the sellers. And the other thing, you got to learn how to sell a stock as well as buy a stock.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grande.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Go to my podcast, YouTube, and Rumble every day. That's philsgang.com.
You can be a successful investor in the stock market by knowing what the market is going to do.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. God, you go nuts listening to these shows on TV, Kramer, any of them. I mean, they're giving you total garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. One day they tell you, buy this stock. Next day, don't buy the stock. Then you have two people on their show, one guy saying buy it, the other guy says don't buy it. So the question is, what the hell do you do? Well, we don't have questions here at Phil's Gang. And they never have to ask the question, what do you think the market's going to do? My members always know what the market's going to do because they've learned how to follow the money. That's right. Follow the money. You don't follow fundamentals. You follow the money. And what is that? That's volume. That's the buyers and the sellers. And the other thing, you got to learn how to sell a stock as well as buy a stock.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grande.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Go to my podcast, YouTube, and Rumble every day. That's philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Are you tired of being lied to about some magical economic recovery that only benefits the 1%? And then when the market does collapse, you're sitting there calling your broker, what do I do? When you should be shorting? Learn how to short the market. Continue to listen to my radio show, philsgang.com. Become a member, only $39.95 a month, and learn how to short.
Don't wait. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, listen to this.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. I get so tired of listening to the same garbage every day, listening to the fake business news network telling you why you should buy this stock, why you should buy, and they're always wrong. Join my gang, philsgang.com, free for 10 days. You're going to learn when to buy a stock and when not to buy a stock. Hey, years ago it was different. You could buy a stock based on fundamentals. You could buy a stock based on earnings. You could buy a stock based on PE ratios. Those days are gone. That ended with QE. That ended when they financially engineered the market in 2008. Gone. Now you got to follow the money. And we have the knowledge because we have the chart. Pro 2 color-coded chart tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell.
For a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Get the truth, get the knowledge, and understand how the market really works.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Merry Christmas from Phil Grandy and everyone at Phil's Gang. This Christmas, give yourself the gift of knowledge. Join Phil's Gang and navigate the market with confidence. Here's Phil Grandy.
And thank you for listening to our show. My name is Steve Celeste. I'm the Director of Education for PhilsGang.com and the Phil's Gang Radio Show. And I just want to take this time to tell you how to join the 10-day free trial. It's as simple as going to www.philsgang.com. On the top of the site, click Get Started. On the next page, click on the big red banner for the Working Investor Plan. And that's all you have to do. And also during this time, during this holiday season, I invite you to go to our gift shop on the front of our site where you can order gift certificates for your family as well, for your friends, for your employees. Spread the knowledge. That is the best gift you can give anybody. Also, the webinar that Phil and I did on how to get through this market crisis is also available on the gift shop. So you could share that as well as a holiday gift. I appreciate you again for listening, and back to you, Phil.
Thanks, Steve. Join our gang. Check it out. The biggest thing for 10 days, at least during that 10 days you decide after you don't want to stay with us, at least you'll understand how to make money when the market's going down. At least you'll understand how does the market really work. What they don't want you to know. As I said when we first opened the show, they don't want you to know how the bond market connects to stocks. Because if they did, if you knew, and they would tell you, okay, here's what we want you to buy today. Buy in a dip this stock, buy in a dip that stock. And you went and checked, you said, well, wait a minute, why are you buying this? The yields are down. You don't buy these stocks when yields are down. Never works. Or vice versa. See, they don't tell you the truth about the Federal Reserve either. They don't tell you the truth about the banking committees either. See, everything is set to work for the 1/100th of 1%. George Carlin told us that years ago in 2006.
You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets. And they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear.
And they control the market because they control the Federal Reserve. They control. When I say control, I mean really control it. And they control the Senate and House banking committees. You know, one of the things that's interesting is in 2008, when they took the stock market away from us, what I mean by that, price discovery. You and I would set the price, a fair price, because we bid against each other. Stocks aren't like today. Today, valuations are, you got a stock that's selling for $120, not worth $5. People don't know that. When they hear buying a dip, they'll buy it. Nope, they won't even check the bond market. Oh, you're going to learn how to check the bond market with us. And we did something even more special. It used to be when we had, or the market, let's say this is easier. The market always was forward-looking, always forward-looking. It's been that way forever. For the 200 years it's been around, forward-looking. So it used to be when you saw yields rise, the bond market, interest. That means when the bond market sold off, you'd see interest or yields, would rise. And that rise can mean that, hey, the economy's growing again. Everybody's got confidence. Everybody's got confidence that in the future, because the market's forward-looking, that we're going to grow, the GDP's going to grow, corporate earnings are going to grow. And it always did. So anytime you looked at the bond market, you knew it meant when yields were going up, we got something to look forward to. The economy's getting better, and you could bet on it. But then came in QE, screwed it all up. QE, printing massive $122 trillion to rig the market to buy bonds to get interest rates to zero so CEOs can buy their own stock. They didn't have to make money. They didn't have to have earnings. They didn't have to have profit. Buy their own stock. So what did that do? Well, now the yields mean two things. One, the economy's going to grow in the future. Our GDP's going to increase. Corporate earnings going to increase. Or it could mean the opposite. that the financial conditions are getting worse. and when the financial conditions are getting worse, that means the monetary policy, what Powell's going to do, we have no idea. So that brings uncertainty in the market. And the market doesn't like uncertainty. But listen to what I'm saying. Before QE, before they took that price discovery away from us, we knew if yields were going up, we knew exactly what was going to happen. That was good news for the future. We could buy a stock now and hold on for 5 years, 10 years, because we knew when that yield was rising, that gave me confidence to buy that stock, to invest in it and hold it. But now you sit there and you go, holy jeez, I wonder if the yields are going up. I wonder if it means that the economy's getting worse, or does it mean the economy's getting better in the future? So what we did is we designed a chart. Took us 6 years to design the chart. It's called Pro 2. You don't have to buy it. I'm not promoting it. Yes, I am promoting it because we're proud of it. Because what did we do? What is the most important thing in the stock market? What do you follow instead of these dopes? You follow the money. If you have a good crime going on, crime story, what do they always follow? The money. They always follow the money. I've been in this business for 52 years. And I said, all we got to do is follow the money. If we could just chart it, if we could just put it on a chart to show our gang members, then they know when to buy. And then they don't have to worry if the yield's up or down. Or they don't have to interpret which way. If the yield's up, does that mean we're going to have a good economy in the future? Or does it mean the economy getting worse? It works. It works. And that Pro 2 color-coded chart turns green when you should buy. Turns red when you should sell. What does that mean? It means it turns green when you got enough money coming in. And so it sustains itself. So that move sustains itself. That stock going up will sustain itself. It will turn red if it can't. And by the way, when a stock is going up and all of a sudden the institution is going to pull money out, it'll turn yellow and warn you. And that way, our members could short with great confidence. Now, if you take the bond market, interpret when you're going to buy a stock, let's say you're going to buy a bank stock, you buy that bank stock, the first thing you're going to look at are yields. Is the bond market going down? Because if it is, yields are going up, that means that's good for my bank stocks. That means it's good for my oil. That means it's good for Caterpillar. But we can't trust that anymore, can we? So it's more of a gauge now. Well, hook the Pro 2 color-coded chart together with it, and the color-coded chart will show you which way, which direction the money is going. It took us years to design it. We did, and it works. It works. Isn't it sad they had to screw up the market that way? And now that's why they create the bubbles. Because now they're the bubble masters. Now let's think about this. Debt. Do you understand what's going on? This country can't survive with this kind of debt. You got idiots like Paul Krugman, who is Biden's best buddy, say, there's nothing wrong with debt. We can work our way out of this debt. We can grow the economy with debt. Now, some debt is good. If you have good debt, you put it into a good place where you have new jobs, new productivity, wages are going up. Yes, there's some good debt, but I haven't seen any of that. Let me give you an example. Tell me if this is good debt. They're spending $750 billion on a fire alarm for the Metropolitan Opera. They're now going to spend another $3 million for the LGBTQ museum. What is that? The Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, Transgender, Queer Museum. It's called LGBTQ. They're approving a $3 million for build a museum for that. $200 million for the Gender Equity and Equality Action Fund. $7.5 million for a study of the domestic radicalization. Why are these kids turning to terror? Because they're probably listening to these idiots on Wall Street. We'll be back with a lot more. Join my gang. God, free for 10 days.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. Merry Christmas from Phil Grandy and everyone at Phil's Gang. This Christmas, give yourself the gift of knowledge. Join Phil's Gang and navigate the market with confidence. Here's Phil Grandy.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. The only way to navigate the market, you can't do it by the bond market. In other words, look at the bond market. That gives you the key. It used to give us the key to tell us which way the stock is going to go. As I said earlier, it used to work like a charm. All of a sudden, you're going to buy Microsoft, right? You want to make sure the bond market's going down. That means yields are going to go up. I'm sorry, the other way, opposite. You can make sure that bond market is going up and the yields are going down, because they love low yields. They love low interest rates. How do you think the tech stocks from 2008, when they created that big tech bubble from 2008 to 2022, the market went up 1,200%. Tech stocks. How do you think they created that? Because they printed and borrowed over $123 trillion to keep buying treasuries, to keep interest rates near zero, so the yields or interest rates would keep going down. So all you had to do is watch the bond market. If the bond market kept going up, you knew yields, you knew interest were going down, and you keep buying, you keep buying, you keep buying. But they blew that up. 2008, when they got rid of price discovery and replaced it with solid QE, doesn't work anymore. I'm not saying it doesn't work ever. Of course it does. It gives you a gauge. It's a gauge now. It's a gauge. It's not exact. And that's why we built the Pro 2 color-coded chart. Because with the Pro 2 color-coded chart and watching the bond market together, and that's what we do every day with my gang. Matter of fact, the last 3 weeks, we've been dedicating, going into January, because there's going to be such a crash. I've been dedicating every day, talk about the bond market, how the bond market works. How do you know what stocks to buy, what sector to buy when the yields are up or the yields are down? And we coordinate that with our color-coded chart, the Pro 2. You can tell ask anyone in my gang, I drove them nuts for 3 weeks, pounding it into their head because it's so important when this market crashes. You know, I just wish they'd be honest. I wish they'd be honest, but they're not. They'll never be honest. Wall Street's not going to be honest with us. Wall Street's not going to be honest with us. I mean, Washington or Wall Street, they're not going to be honest with us. I wish they'd be honest with us. Why don't they be honest about the taxes? At least they're somewhat honest. The only reason why, remember, we didn't have to pay taxes. We never had to pay taxes until after the first war. We collect taxes to redistribute our income. It's a socialist model is what it is. But they're starting to admit to that. The stock market is a fun place to be. There's no other place that you can make money like the stock market if you know what you're doing. Again, think about the debt. No one talks about the debt like it's nothing. I mean, think about this. Not only did they turn around and give $750 billion for fire alarms for Metropolitan Opera, the $3 million for the LGBTQ, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer museum, that's what it stands for, $200 million for the Gender Equity and Equality Action Fund, $7.5 million for studying the domestic radicalization of these kids. Why are they becoming so radical, and why are they becoming terrorists? Why are they going to ISIS? They want $7.5 million. I can tell them for 75 cents. 75 cents I can tell them why. Here's another one. $3.6 million. They're going to cut a hiking trail for Michelle Obama in Carolina so she can walk through the hiking trails. And so don't get bugs on her. Her little legs won't hit a bush. We're spending $3.6 million to cut her a hiking trail. I mean, anybody else can use it. It's going to be in the park, of course. $95 million. They're sending $95 million to California because they want to expand the salmon. They want to expand the salmon. I didn't know the salmon were missing there. But here's what gets me. Then they decided to spend another $5 million on top of the $95 million to study how stressful does the salmon get when he spots a bridge. Can you imagine a salmon going up the river and he spots a bridge? Oh my God, there's a bridge. They want to study how much stress it's on. How much stress when he sees a bridge? Or how much stress hits a salmon when he sees a culvert? How much stress when he sees a road? What the hell is he doing on the road? $5 million. Here's the one you're going to love. They're going to spend and this is all debt now. Remember, this is all debt. This has to be paid back. $410 million for border security. Finally, everybody says, finally, $410 million for border security. Everybody was celebrating. Whoa, hold on. No, not our border. We are excluded. The $410 million for border security went to Jordan, Lebanon, Egypt, Tunisia, an omen. Oh, what about between Mexico and Texas or Arizona? No. No money down there. We want that open border. And they're going to be building fences in Jordan and Lebanon, Egypt, Tunisia. And these are the same people, the same Democrats are saying that walls don't work, fences and walls don't work. Another reason the market's going to crash, we've got the biggest bubble. How about the handouts? That's what they're called, handouts. When you have handouts, what are handouts? Handouts are when Trump gave $800 billion so everybody could get a $1,200 check. And then right after that, $1 trillion so everybody could receive a $600 check. Then Biden came to office. And then he decided, when he got in office, the same week he was in office, he was going to borrow another $2 trillion to give everybody $1,400 check. So when you give somebody a $1,200 check, a $600 check, a $1,400 check, and a moratorium, they don't have to pay their rent, they don't have to pay their house payment, they don't have to pay utilities. They're all home. And guess what? They were able to put together $32 trillion in savings. And so they're spending money like crazy. But guess what? Prices went through the roof because nobody was producing the goods they're buying. So if you bought a shirt, there's only 4 shirts on the shelf because nobody's in the factory to make more shirts. So the shirt was $50. Now that shirt's $150. Isn't that amazing? Those are handouts because because the economy slows. When you have demand for goods, but you have no productivity, all of a sudden you got unemployment. And now we're going to hit stagflation. But can you imagine? That's on top of this money we're spending now in the the omnibus bill, or whatever the hell they call it. So if you want to make money in the stock market, please join our gang. Please. And we'll make sure when you buy a stock, you're going to know. When we give you a stock, you're going to know why we are buying it. What is how that stock that we say let's buy, we'll know the relationship between that stock and the bond market, meaning that stock and interest. Interest going up or down. Is this a stock? If the interest is going down, yields are going down, does this stock do well in that environment of low interest rates? If it doesn't, then it must do well in an environment of high interest rates. So we'll wait to high interest rates. But we're not going to. But we can't depend on that totally, because of what they did in 2008. Because now, remember, the problem you with the bond market, the trend market, you don't know what it's really saying anymore. There used to be, because the market's forward-looking, and the bond market went down and yields went up. That meant, whoa, this is great. The economy going forward next year is going to be terrific, and the corporate earnings are going to be terrific. You could bet on that, but you can't anymore, because now the bond market, the yields, tell you two things at the same time. You got to guess at it. Is the yields rising because the economy is going to grow in the future and corporate earnings starting in the first quarter 2023? Or is it saying, because yields are going up, that our financial conditions are getting worse, much worse, and we should get ready for shorting? Which one is it? They screwed that up pretty good. But guess what? We fixed that by building our own chart that follows nothing but the money flow and combining both the bond and yield market with our chart. Never wrong. It always tells you where the money is going. Go to my site, philsgang.com, sign up, hit where it says get started, or call right now, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG, and sing happy birthday to Autumn. She is now 30, right? 30. She hit that big mark, man. Okay, we'll see you on the charts tomorrow.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600.